This is Twit.
This camera, I think, is this phone is
it really is a camera.
Is important in the sense that I don't think this is ever going to be their bestseller, but I think this technology comes down market to other phones over time. And you know, people have sort of jokingly been saying, "Oh, it's a camera with a phone on it." It isn't. This thing is a smartphone. There is no doubt about it. It's a LUMIA smartphone. It's not contorted in any way to support some gigantic hump on the back. I mean, that thing that sticks out of the back is surprisingly small in the sense that it doesn't rise out of the back a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. And they also said, you know, you can actually lay it lens side down on a table, and because they've got Gorilla Glass over the lens too, so you can't really like just accidentally scratch it. You really have to try to scratch it.
Yeah.
Which is good.
And again, some of the pictures, this thing, I mean, it's just, it is amazing.
You know, one of the things they announced that I really liked, because unlike Paul, I take very few pictures with my smartphone. I looked at my, this won't surprise anyone on this podcast, but I looked at my pictures. Almost all of them are pints of beer on my phone.
By the way, I can verify that. I have looked at your camera roll, and it is literally
Ma bear.
200 glasses of beer, and then there's a plant.
Ma bear.
Exactly.
And I think that's pretty much the whole thing. It
is. So for people like me who don't know how ISO settings and aperture settings affect things because you don't take a lot of pictures, they have this built-in tutorial on these new phones too that is really handy because it will say, here's what aperture settings do. And they let you try it. Like, see if you do this, this is what happens. And it's great.
That's really good.
It's awesome.
Educational, yeah.
Very educational.
So,
go ahead.
But just from using the phone, it's a phone. And so it's not like that PureView 808 or whatever it was called that came out last year was obviously some crazy
it was nutty
device. This is stupid. But this thing is literally just a Lumia smartphone. And so for those times when you're not taking pictures, you're holding it in your hand, that is lighter than the 920 that I use every single day. It is less awkward to hold that thing.
And video equally good. How does they're showing video here?
Yeah,
is it
same thing? So a couple of things with video. It records in HD, of course. It has amazing settings for video, which, by the way, you can zoom while you're recording. You can make the changes live while you're recording. It's got the same kind of concentric circle setting. You know, the on-screen interface you can change on the fly. It records in stereo, and the audio is, now again, it's not, I'm just basing this on what they told us and on the samples that we heard, but distortion-free audio. And so what you're probably not hearing in this video that you're playing now is she went to a loud concert in a small room.
Right.
Recorded the audio and is now listening to it.
As a song.
It's crystal clear coming out of the phone.
I think they do this with multiple microphones that are capable of different sound pressure levels. But that is something that, people do a lot of. If you ever go to a concert, it's all you see. So people who go to a concert with the concerts we'll see on YouTube 6 months from now are going to be amazing because of this device. I would almost buy this just for the camera.
Well, by the way, that's exactly why.
Yeah, that's their pitch, I think.
I mean, everything else is pure Windows Phone 8. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I happen to think it's better than everything else. But I mean, the rest of it is Windows Phone 8, and you get all the good stuff you get with Windows Phone 8. But obviously, the big deal with the 1020 is the camera, and the camera is, it's amazing.